Good afternoon, everyone. I am Blai Canadell, the CEO at Cash Display, an innovation consultancy firm specializes in validating business models. And I will be the host for the Before Motion session. Now, it's no secret to anyone here that the automotive industry is suffering major changes and taking a whole new path. We have self-driven cars, shared cars, new on-demand mobility solutions, advanced driver assistance for safety, new technology, different business models. So this will result in a powerful challenge for everyone involved here in the automotive industry. Now, we have, to solve this or to anticipate, we have Before Motion. Before Motion is a venture lab set up by Bergé Auto, who jointly with two entrepreneurs focus on mobility business and basically dedicated to create mobility ecosystem envisioned internally. Bergé Auto is a leader in the vehicle distribution in Europe and Latin America and has made a very important bet through Before Motion as its new future mobility company. In the session, we will anticipate mobility trends, learn more about how the future mobility ecosystem can look like, and to do that, we have three people here. I will introduce them as they come up to the stage. We will first have three presentations, and then a Q&A where the audience can participate and ask any questions to our speakers. So please welcome first, let me just introduce, we'll have three people. So Sebastian Canadell, he's the president of Before Motion Venture Lab. Second, Jose Pacheco, he's the managing director at Before Motion Ventures Lab. And last but not least, Hans Christ, the CEO at Llollo. All right, so up to the stage we have from Bilbao, Sebastian Canadell. He has 20 plus years experience in the automotive and logistic and energy industries. He's the CEO and advisor to industrial companies. He's worked in Sener, Bergé Logistica, New Energy Vehicles, and Bergé Auto. And now he's president of Before Motion Venture Lab. So please, round of applause, welcome up to the stage, Sebastian Canadell. El micro. A ver, que lo tengamos encendido. Aquí.
Hello friends and colleagues and everyone, and hello Barcelona. Thank you very much for the introduction. So we are Before Motion, as you have explained, a venture lab, a company created by Bergé Auto, a leader in distribution.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
With 26 brands represented in Spain, Portugal, and Latin America. What we are seeing, imagine that you can see how 7 people came to our dealers before to visit, to purchase one new vehicle, and now no more than 2 times goes to the dealer. Also, we have another issue, that is the 30% of the people who comes to our dealers change the option at the last minute, not only the brand, but also model and some more things. So we discovered that this joined with the situation of the new channels and the new possibilities of selling cars has made a change at our industry. So we set up this company, Before Motion, set with 2 partners, different skills and knowledge, and we started 3 years ago. So this is our main hashtag and our main motto, Drivevolution, that we are going to explain to you very well in 1 minute. We are a venture generation, and we are doing benchmark, designing, launching, and accelerate the companies that we need at our portfolio. Because we are creating a ecosystem, mobility ecosystem, in order to afford the next future. So this is very simple. 2030, 60% of the human population will live in the cities, but not also that now we have 21 megacities, more than 10 million people living there, and in the next future, 2030, will be 47. So this will create a very huge problem in mobility. So cities, peoples, we have to reshape the mobility, as I have explained to you. and we have to become the key partner in this ecosystem. So why mobility? Because we trust that mobility understand as moving people and goods from A to B will be very important in public and private transportation. So we have researched all the scenarios of private and public transportation, and we have more than these things, but for most important things are the new vehicles and new ownership models. The logistics will be hyper-local logistics. So we will have a digital transactional model, and all of this will be more efficiency. So in the public transportation will be the main important issues will be the new vehicles and fuels will appear. So the efficiency and convenience will be very important, and we will have multimodal in real time. We will have all the needings at the mobile right now at this moment. So how will we look 2020? This is one research we have done in order to bring these solutions to today. And the insights are very simple. Probably you will know all that. Car sharing, more than 26 million users. Now we are talking about 15 million users. 4 million cars will be purchased online. Solutions end-to-end. So these out of 100 million cars sold in this year, so it's only around 4%, but it's very significant that no dealers inside this process. Also, truck and freight services will change the scenario. So this is a company called Convoy that it's invested by Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. So this can put you into connection the offer and demand in a mobile device. Connected car, we have been talking about that. 430 million connected vehicles will generate these services. Not only the cars that will come from the industry, but also cars from 1998 that you have the possibility through the device to connect. And also auto parts will change the world. How will be the relationship with this industry? Not only a question of going to the shop, but also to have the possibility to give this render at your home by convenience with a mobile device. EV vehicles, of course, we know the launch and the development of this market will be around 7 million and will become another situations in the cities. And of course, you know, Internet of Things with a lot of telecoms through these systems that will become more connections in between not only cars and houses and infrastructures, but all the cities. So now we are gonna introduce you in more detail our vision, Drivevolution, by our partner Pacheco.
Thank you. Well, this is a glimpse to the future. To understand why the scenario is so warming and so attractive is just because this combination of insights. Investments is in growing in mobility. We have the support from institutions, not only financing, but also regulatory, positive regulatory for mobility companies. We have a trending scenario. We have brilliant minds, like, for example, the guys from Llollo and many other companies in Spain that are evolving the concept of mobility. So this is very important for any industry. This is so important. The incumbents, the current business are fueling the change, okay? So this is how we see the market. We see an ecosystem, a big number of companies interrelated with technology, with services. We are proud to say that we vision the same that many others are now entering. If you go to OEMs, everyone is talking about mobility. They are not talking about producing cars. They are talking about how the cars are integrated in the mobility that many countries and more important cities need right now. So when you see how they are investing, you see this. You see big companies investing in ride sharing, car sharing, peer-to-peer car sharing. So there is clues about how they are performing this business, thinking about in this new scenario. There is real things in the street. They are developing their own test, their own way to introduce new business that are talking about mobility and not only selling cars, okay? And not only cars.
They are thinking about public transportation, new logistics, and they are trying to understand the whole concept. Not only cars moving from A to B, the whole concept that means people, technology, and for sure vehicles. This is how we define mobility. We try to understand which are the verticals that configure this ecosystem. And for us, it's the automotive value chain, which is the first one, then mobility business created just in this new wave of mobility needs. You can put all the companies when you say on demand, last mile, or sharing. For sure, you have putting all these new companies. Then you have connectivity, not only the hardware that connects device and people, but the intelligence that makes this business of mobility can upscale and can generate new streams and new ways to perform this business. And for sure, the infrastructure. We are talking about how facility companies need to collaborate with institutions to create enough infrastructure to communicate and to create not only communications, but business, which is more important, because this allows new startups and incumbents to create new business around the cities. For sure, all the new technologies that all of us are having in your mind, which is AI or autonomous driving. For us, as a B4Motion, if you want to be a key partner of mobility, you have to invest in the company that are in this ecosystem. And this is what we are doing, because we know that all these verticals are connected. Automotive companies can leverage cars on the mobility services. Mobility services needs intelligence to operate, and intelligence evolve with new technology. So this is how we see the market. It's not standalone companies or vertical. It's all the way around connected and interrelated. How we invest? For us, there is a motto. We search globally, we identify regionally, and invest locally. Because mobility is a question of cities. There is similarities between Madrid and Paris or London or cities in California or even in Asia, but the cities has a lot of power to create business around, and they have a lot of regulation that gives them a new role on this mobility scenario. So this is our motto to invest, and also we have the other arm is that when we detect an opportunity, we create the company. Okay, we are a venture builder and a venture arm, and we create the company not because we are smart, it's because we were entrepreneurs. B4Motion is a mix of entrepreneurs, venture people, venture capital people, and corporate. It's a mix of different approach that allow us to invest and create new companies when we detect an opportunity. This is the flexibility that we have as a B4Motion. Probably the best thing that we have is we are a specialist. We are just focused on mobility. We have our DNA focused on create a core company, a core expert part, and also a lot of people around B4Motion that allow us to understand which is going to happen, what is happening now, and how they can support us on creating new company or investing in new company. I will give you some example. So this is our idea, generate our ecosystem. This is very important for us, and this is where we are talking. Right now, we have invested in 2 companies. You will know one of the companies from their creators, their founders. The second one, which is Wismar Park, has been there making a speech. The 2 that are coming from our venture builder are Drive and Bottom. Bottom is in a stealth mode. We will come here the next year to talk about Bottom, but today we are going to talk about Drive, which is we think that is a smart response to the new drives that are related to purchase a new car. The idea is, what is happening when you purchase a new car? There is a broken experience, is bad for all, is good for all. What is happening? Well, what we do, or what we did, because we are doing constantly, what we did is try to understand. We made 1 year full research, customer journey of purchasing car, supporting with different profiles from the industry, but also incorporating new profiles, UX, and expert on social trends that allow us to try to identify what is happening to now and what is going to happen in 3 years when you are going to purchase a car. So we research. Some people say, well, I'm OK with the process. The others say, I will change the process. The next time that I purchase a car, probably I will do it in a different way. So what we decide before Labs, which is our venture builder, is don't change everything. Just put new things that evolve the concept of purchase a car. In most of the case, there is a lot of pressure for current players, a lot of pressure for newcomers. But again, is what is competing with you, what is their proposal to customer, and how you can differentiate. I mean, this is the motto of any startup in the world. So we decided to do this. Just put technology when it's needed, but don't forget the human factor. Human is important when you are making a purchase of a bunch of thousands euros. So give human more tech to improve the process, but don't isolate technology without the human print. Okay? So that's the way we create Drive. The idea is this is the common purchase process. What we add is some new things. That means that Drive makes different things interrelated. You want to see the car from your house? It's possible. We do it. You want to test the car? You want to feel the driving? Yes, but I don't want to go to a dealership. OK, we will drive the car to your next store. So it's common things, things that make sense for anyone. Where we try to do it using technology, not in the other way. OK? For sure, all of you can test a car today, just downloading the Drive app and selecting the time frame. So Drive is just adding piece of common sense to the purchase process. You want to see the car, OK? Just from your living room, even if you are in pajama, you can see the car that you are going to purchase. The person who is introducing the car is not a salesman. It's just a person who wants to be sure that you know the car from every detail, that you are comfortable in the time that you select, you are, or the people that you are involving in the process. So this is our showroom. It's a closed showroom. And we make live video with our customer on demand. Okay? They take the control every time. This is the technology we are using. Even if you want to increase the sensoring on your mind, we can use VR. You can test our VR there. And the idea is that you can feel that you are in the car and select down some different choices. So you have live video and VR to discover the car, which is 90% of the process is discover your car. Only 10% is the process of selecting, pricing, purchasing. So we are in the best part of the process. The idea is that also when a car is on the hands of their new owner, we connect this car. We want to extend the life, the relation, not only when the car is out, but also in the next coming few years, providing them with services. We have the technology for connected cars, so there is very important the opportunity to continue in the post-sales business, in the after-sales business, making a relation with these owners. When you purchase a car, what is important? We saw people say, yes, I want to drive it. Not all the times. Sometimes I go directly to the purchase, but sometimes I want to drive the car. The idea is that the guy that drives the car to you probably is very interested to sell the cars in these 10 minutes of test drive. We selected an on-demand test drive for 1 hour You decide if our guy, our driver is with you or not, and also an extended test drive for weekends. You want to feel the car? Just do it. It's not a problem. It's a good proposal for sales a car. So that's the idea. A platform, it was built in only 6 months. That's the power of our venture builder. We have good guys, brilliant minds, building products as an entrepreneurial view. This is the common service. I mean, feel free, test it. This is one of the secrets that we are preparing is we deliver the car to you in a different way, okay? What's the idea? The final idea is that you have experts in the other side. You don't have salespeople. You have salespeople at the end of the process, just when you decide that I want to purchase this car. In the most part of the process, you have people that are proposing you, giving you all the advice, and not pressing you with the moment of the purchase. So feel free, control, and full multi-device. You can follow your purchase process from your app. Don't feel the pressure that you are in a common process. We have real people on the other side. It's just not machines or algorithms. It's people, okay? People well trained and ready to make your purchase experience amazing. That's the idea. So, as a company, as a venture builder, we are very proud to create a concept that is based on a traditional business, but is evolving the concept for the new purchases. This is just chapter 1. We are preparing new financial products. You probably will find that the first people that subscribe to a car will be through Drive. We are engaging with other services to include in the post or after sale services. So we are preparing a lot of things. So please be engaged with Drive because the next months will be amazing. This is the way, as Sebastian mentioned, we want to not disrupt, just to evolve and give users a new choice on the automotive industry, in that case, purchase process. But there are more things and more new startups coming from the venture builder. So it's time for Hans. Hans will present himself, I suppose.
Yeah, so basically now we'll have, thank you very much, by the way, applause for Jose Pacheco, Managing Director at B4 Motion Venture Lab. And now